Hi, I'm Karen Holton, ET and Angelic Experiencer, author, exopolitical ambassador, ascension coach, and content creator.
And I'm Joan Widen, clairvoyant medium, Reiki master teacher, energy healer, body, mind, and soul coach, and podcaster.
And this is the Unseen Nexus podcast.
Have you ever truly wondered what lies beyond the veil?
Or want to learn more about our transdimensional neighbors?
Join us as we unravel the mysteries of existence, from profound spiritual awakenings and ancient wisdom,
to interstellar visitors, cutting-edge discoveries, and the complex conspiracies that bind them all.
We're on a journey to uncover the truth about humanity's extraordinary place in the cosmos.
Get ready to challenge your perceptions and expand your understanding.
Your spiritual mashup has begun.
And we're back. Welcome to season 2 of the Unseen Nexus podcast.
Happy New Year.
Pardon?
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. So you might be wondering what is possible for 2026. Joan Widen and I put out our metaphysical feelers to probe 2026 for interesting developments and spiritual guidance to assist us with the upcoming challenges. Join us as we probe the future and reach some timely conclusions. If you're curious about the future of humanity, the evolution of consciousness, and how technology might intersect with your spiritual journey, then tune in to the Unseen Nexus as we explore the predictions for 2026. All of the links are featured below in the description, so please do check us out. Subscribe to our channels, leave us your comments, like our videos, and share our content with your friends. And you can now join Karen Holton TV, my channel on YouTube, to take advantage of my perks and to help support this podcast. So we're back, Joan. We survived another year. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. The energy at the end of the year seemed a little bit low, but you know what? It's starting to pick up again. And so I thought, well, I felt like for the collective, I should smudge us first.
Sure.
If that's okay with you.
Sure. I just want to give a special thank you to Janet Fitzpatrick. She's been on the Quantum Guide Show before. Thank you so much
Janet.
for becoming a member. Awesome.
Thank you for showing support. It's always great. Always good. So in this sage, there is sweetgrass. And of course, again, sage and lavender. And it just, I don't know why. It just said, hey, do you want to give everyone a quick little energy smudge, especially with the new moon going on? I think is it tonight? It's tonight.
I thought we just had a new moon. We're having another one?
It's still a sliver, isn't it?
So I don't know. I can't keep track. Last time I looked out the window was about a half, but no, I believe you. I believe you.
I know, because it goes so fast. So here, Karen, because I found the feathers they finally wanted to show. So here are the turkey vultures. So which is interesting with this, it's of course death, right? Turkey vultures are in line with death and new beginnings. And so we're going to say thank you to 2025, and we're going to step aside and totally welcome on in 2026 for everyone. All right, here we go. Go ahead, Karen. You start. Or what do you want?
Well, I always think any excuse to smudge is a good time to smudge. Smudging is awesome. For those of you who haven't tried it. It's really, really nice. And since Joan and I operate where there is no time and space, when she smudges, we're all getting smudged. So
That's correct.
that's really awesome. So we have Fearlessly Phoenixing in the house today. She says, looking forward to this. Love these two ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
She's going to be on my show in February on the Aliens and Angels podcast. So she's getting her.
She's in Edmonton, right?
Yeah, she used to do podcasts, but now she wants to get back into it. So I thought, well, I'm gonna have her on. It's lovely that she gives us so much support in the live chat, but I thought I'm going to have her on because a lot of the people in the live chat make wonderful guests. They have so much wisdom and experience. It's really, really, really lovely. She also thanked Janet. Janet, look at you go. Yeah, that's awesome. Janet, I'm going to have her back too. She just published her book. It's out on electronic. I'm sorry, I forgot the word.
Audio?
And yeah, the electronic version is out now, and the paperback
ebook, okay.
Out soon. Yeah, so that was really
what's it about?
And Fearlessly also says, if you enjoy what you hear, see, and experience here, feel free to join the community and support Karen's work. From hitting the like button, leaving a 5-star on an audio platform, or purchasing a membership. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Fearlessly. I often forget to remind the viewers. And she's also said you can also check her website out too for many products and services that are designed to elevate and explore your experience as the beautiful you that you are. Thank you for putting that out to the audience. That's awesome. What would I do without you? Awesome. Let's see. Oh, Denise is here. Denise, bless your heart. Denise is, I'm not going to give away her personal information, but she's going to go in for a medical procedure today. And then she got the flu last week. So she's trying to recover so she can go in and get this procedure done and over with. So bless your heart for showing up today, Denise. Denise is our amazing, really, really amazing moderator. She really takes care of things. And then when I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with the content or the guest, or if I'm presenting on my own, she actually is also my new administrator. She can come right on the show without actually being seen, and just from behind the scenes, she can put the comments that are relevant up on the stage for me. So she's just been absolute godsend. I don't know what I would do without you, Denise.
That's awesome.
I must have some good karma someplace, because she's just amazing. And we'll just do a quick look through if we missed anybody. Denise says to hi to Joan.
Hello.
And
so sending you blessings of healing, Denise, to get over that flu. It's a doozy.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Some people have been very sick. And we've got, what's going on here? Why isn't it coming up? Sorry, I'm having a little trouble.
Tanya, right?
There we go. I wanted to say hello to Vamp Skider, who says peace, and thank you for joining us in the live chat today. And let's see.
Is it peace, or is it live long and prosper?
Oh, probably a little of both. Knowing the Vamp Skider. Tony Ann is back. Hi, Tony Ann. She says Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to you as well. And I think, that's it for now. So that's awesome. We said hello to everybody, and thank you again, Janet, for becoming a member. That's awesome. So we're going to delve into 2026. I'm just wondering, Joan, do you have anything you want to talk about before we get into our predictions?
No, I think we should go right get right into it. I think like there were quite a few things, but I feel like it. So what I want to say is it ties into it. So I think we'll just go into it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Now, do you have more than one event that you're going to talk about? Should we do you do one, I do one, or do you want to
Yeah,
finish and then I'll jump in, or how you want to do this?
I have more than one, but that's
Okay,
okay.
good. No, that's perfect. Let's do it pineapple style. Go ahead.
Perfect.
Let's. How about if you start us off, and then
Okay,
I'll
so
pick up.
all right. So I'll save the best for last. How's that? Okay, so the
Okay.
first thing is what I get is the public in general, the collective, is everyone's eyes are awakening and they're getting full blown. So there's no more the smoke and mirrors, the magic tricks that the wealthy or the powerful, if you will, put in front of us that we would get allured and it'd be like, oh, and then there's stuff going on in the background, right? So they've distracted, and then it's this. That stuff is no longer going to work because this year everyone's eyes are wide open. And yeah, so everything is being seen. That is my prediction for this year is everyone will see everything. Everyone will recognize the smoke and the mirrors in
Wonderful.
everything that's going on.
Wonderful. Oh my God. And it's about time, eh?
Yes,
Oh my God.
yes,
I'm sorry for keep saying that, but it's just such a great prediction. And I agree. I would concur 100%. Did you
right?
want,
Like
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
it's
You
no,
and
no,
I
no, that's
haven't been
okay.
sharing for a while. So I'm very sorry if I'm interrupting
No,
you,
no,
Joe.
no,
I don't mean to.
don't. But don't worry about that because honestly, I feel like that's what 2026 is going to be kind of like. Do you know what I mean? There
Mm-hmm.
will be a flow and there'll be just a little bit disruptions, and it's going to be up to you if you can handle it and go with the flow and not get agitated or
Mm-hmm.
have so many big feelings about it, if you will. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, because you're expecting it and you're not surprised. And I
Right.
had a very similar premonition myself. And I went to Spirit and I said, "Okay, Spirit, what's in store for us this year? I want to have something intelligent to add to the conversation." And I got the same thing. This is a little bit different, but almost the same. I got that we are going to be so targeted by psyops that they're going to be hitting us left, right, center, up, down, and it's going to be relentless. And if we're buying into it all and we're allowing ourselves to be hooked in emotionally, we're not going to make it. Our health is going to suffer, our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health, and we're going to come apart at the seams. And I think it's behooves me to say to everybody, number one, follow Joan's advice, recognize what's happening, expect it. Don't get destabilized by any of it. Doesn't matter if they come up with so-called proof or not or whatever. Your body is going to tell you what is real and what isn't. But I would also say that it's really important, so important, that you all take care of yourselves. And
Yes.
that means that if you're strung out on any substances, you need to look at that. Doesn't mean you need to quit, but you need to do the a counterbalance of self-care. So a lot of us know, okay, we're supposed to quit our addictions and stuff. Easier said than done, especially if we waited till
Yes.
now because things are so stressful, right? So maybe counterbalance with more nutritious food, more walks in the park, more time sleeping. All of these things I think are super important. Guys, take good care of yourselves. Know you're worth it. And we're going to come out of this on the other side with some amazing things. I'm going to save that part of the prediction until later. And Joan, do you have anything you want to add to that?
So I'd like to add to that is absolutely, again, we don't give any medical advice or psychological advice or any legal advice. So this is for your entertainment purposes. But what I have felt with the energy, like Karen, is yes, you need to take care of yourself. You need that balance. And does that mean quit cold turkey? No, it doesn't. Because honestly, quitting cold turkey isn't good for the body and for the soul, because that's like ripping off 5, 10 layers of skin and seeing if you survive.
Mm-hmm. I
Right?
agree. I agree. Like now, like it's good to be aware of our,
Yes.
our areas that we need to improve, and that could
Yes.
include addictions. But when you're under the highest stress humanity has ever experienced, if it isn't, EMF, electromagnetic stuff, and the crap in our food, and the chemtrails, and on and on and on and on. Oh my God, you guys. So, I mean, if you can do it, great. But to be honest with you, I did everything cold turkey because it's all I know. I'm an all or nothing kind
But
of
you're
person.
also
But that
a
was a
spiritual
different,
person.
well, that too. But it was not during this critical time that we're in, where it's all being flipped over, and we're going to see some amazing stuff come out of this. But we got to survive, guys. And in
Yeah.
order to do that, a huge portion of self-care, in my opinion, and again, like Joan said, we're not doctors, we're not nutritionists, we're not therapists. We can't tell you to do anything. We can say, this is what we're doing. So we're anchored right into, with our root chakra to the earth, and our crown chakra to our spiritual guides. And
Right.
we're ready. We're ready. They call it in the Bible, girding up your loins. I don't know if I like that expression, but are definitely girded. I
Um,
encourage everybody to think about it.
so and honestly, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of spiritual people do cold turkey, like Denise had just said. And that's because, we just jump in.
And
Whether
that
or
was
not
enough,
we're
damn
ready,
it.
we just jump.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like that too. But guys, think about this. It's taken me over 20 years, maybe 30 years for me to strip off my addictions, and I'm still working on it. I got to be careful of caffeine, and I got to be careful of all kinds of things. I got to be aware. I'm not afraid, but I need to be aware and to protect myself. And so, and the hardest for me was getting off junk, highly processed
So
food. Oh my God, that was my go-to.
sugar.
Yeah. And I felt, oh, I quit drinking, and I'm not doing, dysfunctional relationships anymore. And I got unhooked to religion. No offense to those who religion's working for you. I don't mean anything by it. I'm just talking for my personal. And I finally got all these things dealt with, family dysfunction. I mean, it's a lot of work, right? But I was just, still loving the highly processed. I got really high off of it. And it really
Hmm.
made feel good. And so to get off of that, it's taken me years. And I eventually, sorry, I don't mean to make this all about what I eat, but eventually, I had to go total carnivore for a few years to finally realize I wasn't going to die if I didn't have sweeteners and products. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to take it away. But yeah, guys, don't expect that going through the toughest time of our lives, deep psychological warfare on us, all the bullshit, all the illusions, everything to take away our freedoms. Now is not necessarily the time to quit smoking. I don't. I'm just saying, really be aware that, uh, you know, we may be setting ourselves up for failure if we try to do too much too soon under very stressful circumstances. So again, counterbalance,
But so
whatever it is.
here's another thing for that though, Karen. This is the catch-20 because it's the year of the fire horse in the Chinese astrological, right? And so when you think of fire and you think of horses, what do they do best? They are lit and they are bright and they are like right in your face and they're charging forward and they're bold and they're fearless. So you've got all of that. So it's like with the boldness of the fire horse energy of this year, I'm going to say it's let's charge forward. So for those of you, if you're sitting on the fence about something that you want to do that you haven't done, like Fiercely, she's wanting to get back into podcasting, right? Now's the time. This year is the time to go do it. It gives you that energy. It's that fortitude, the strength, and it gives you the passion to really ignite all those creative juices and just gallop forward, right? And just charge and let's do it.
And that goes along with it being a 1 year, which is where we start projects, right? So yeah. So I agree 100%.
Right. And the only thing with the fire is, though, you get sensitive to feelings and to pain, right? And so that's where the balance and the steadfast of the horse that you need to rely on in order to make sure you can keep galloping at a steady pace and have the endurance to keep going. Because your path is lit, I should say, your path is lit because of the fire. Everything that's in the dark, it will now be in the light.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't know, do you feel that is true for like globally what's going on? It's all going to come out this year.
Yes.
And yeah.
That's why all the celebrities are having their meltdowns and their freakouts. It will all come to light because they are no longer going to be protected under the like celebrity or Hollywood like mafia, if you will, because
they're not even
going to get dismantling. Sorry, go ahead.
They're also going to all lose their jobs because of AI. Of course, I think AI has been overhyped. Sorry, I keep getting the sun in my face. I think that AI has been overhyped, but eventually, they're not going to be needed anymore. And then what are they going to do? And they're so used to running on all this adrenaline from all this attention and everything. You know, it reminds me of when I went to school, there was the cool kids and they were very few in number. And then there was the rest of us, the motley crew, right? And it's like the cool kids are now losing whatever it is they think they have, which is, I believe, mostly illusions. And us motley crew, it's time for us to come into our power and help change this world, in my opinion.
Well, and it becomes because with the rich and famous and the celebrity status is everything could get hidden, right? So whatever they did behind closed doors, it's like, okay, sure, right? They always had a curtain, right? Just like in the Wizard of Oz, where the great and powerful Oz was just a guy behind the curtain doing weird, funky stuff, trying to have the power, right? So now that curtain, it's like at the end of the Oz, it's getting open and everyone gets to see, and it's like, whoa, I didn't sign up for you as an actor, actress to act this way, right? I enjoy you watching your art form, but you as a human need to stop behaving a certain way because I just won't watch you anymore. Does that make sense? Because it's all coming out.
Yeah, they're all feeding on the energy we give them, and that's true for All of them, and let's face it, we're all just kind of done with it, and we're also experiencing a kind of stress fatigue too, where you know, I'm from a dysfunctional family. I'm sure most of you out there, if not all, are from dysfunctional families. It's not that our parents were bad people. It's just the society that they were born into, that we were born into, and it's like, I mean, you never know when the next shoe is going to drop. Things get good for a while, but you know they're going to get crappy again. And, you know, it can be really, you know, disorienting. But we need to stay grounded, and we need to, like I said, gird up my loins and get my sword and get ready, you know, because it's like preparing for battle. And we want to. And we want to ensure the very best outcomes, right?
Right. Like, and it really just is like, so this kind of goes in part of another thing that came was that, so this is going to sound kind of nefarious, but it's not supposed to be taken this way, is that watch your surroundings, because I'm going, like, for 2026, people are going to out people that are doing nefarious things. So if you're in a crowd and someone is trying to create the illusion of inciting something that they shouldn't, everyone's going to turn to that person and they're going to be outed, instead of it going to be we as the whole group is the incitors. Does that make sense? So people have had enough of people trying to sneak under the radar and allowing people to incite things. People are watching. People have their phones out more. People are more aware of their surroundings because they don't want to be misunderstood. And so it's like, whoa, this person did this. No, here we are. Get this person. You know what I mean? And they're not going to, they might, how can I say, like, do a public arrest, but that's it, and then it will be done. So people that, if you will say that, some people say they're hired to create this inciting stuff. I'm being mindful of the algorithm of stuff, right? And so now, again, that's not going to work, because everyone that's worked under the lure of the veil will not be able to do that, because again, it's a 1 year, and it's the fire dragon, and the fire horse. He gallops him. He, like, comes in really steady and bold and fast, and he lights everything up. So if you're hiding shit, it is going to be revealed. So one thing is, make sure that you're good with whatever you've got bones hiding in your closet. You got to be good with that, because now's the time to clean house. How about you? Any others?
Well, I have one, but I hate to keep bringing it up, especially because Denise lives in New York. But I have been seeing something not good coming to New York. I don't know if it's the city or the state, but also Gaza. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm trying not to be political here. I'm just giving you an impression that I've been getting for some time. Now, again, I'm seeing timelines that may never happen. I'm seeing timelines that may not come into fruition. They may be timelines that were started a while ago. Oh my gosh, you know, guys, how many of you are watching Fallout? Fallout is on.
I haven't.
Is it on Amazon? It's on Prime.
Yeah, it's on Prime. It's on Prime.
My gosh, guys, if you can stomach it, it's really kind of exposing everything that's going on in our world. Now, I know it's, you know, science fiction, and it's meant to be entertaining, and parts of it are hilarious and parts of it are quite disturbing. But when I watch that, I'm going, they only have season 2 is out, and I watched the first 4 episodes, but in season 2, I would recommend you watch season 1 and then season 2. But in season 2, they really get into how things got to be the way they were. So you got all these people in vaults that are coming up and realizing, and then you got all these kind of rogue humans. I don't want to talk about it too much because I want you to go watch the show if you can stomach it. So some of you can and some of you can't, because it's, we're sensitive. But it really reminds me of the future, which I know that sounds funny, but when all these rich people come out of their subterranean safe places and find out it's not what they thought it was going to be, and I have another podcast I want to do where I actually saw a vision of what happens in the future if the WEF gets its way. And again, just a timeline doesn't mean that we can't dissolve it, change it, shift it. I think we have great power to do that. But that also came up for me. But I hate to say it because Denise, she always says in the live chat, I live in New York, and reminded me of the Superman movie, where Lex Luthor is going to blow up a city and his assistant says,
like New York
lives there, and so I'm hoping and praying I'm wrong, seriously, and I believe we can change this. And so yeah, I just wanted to say that. Sorry for
okay, so
away.
Here's Karen, so which is the interesting thing. This is why I love synchronicities, because you and I did not talk prior to discuss what you got versus what I got. Okay, so here's what I got in regards to this, and this one is kind of my last one, and then I have like insights for how to. Okay, so what mine goes, the segue into mine is, okay, so 2026 right now, again, it's feeling like, oh my goodness, what WTF, what is going on? Oh my goodness. But again, it's going to feel like it's getting a shit ton worse before it gets better. And so right now it's climaxing, right? It's starting to climax. But again, this goes back to the very first one, is everyone is fully aware, right? And people keep telling on themselves what they're actually going to do. So then it's like, okay, everyone, and not to be political, but everyone wants to avoid the domination, right? In any form, right? Because we're not playing a game of risk. And that's kind of what some people are thinking and feeling like it's like right now. And everyone's kind of like, oh no, how is this going to happen? How are we going to do this? I don't know if I can do this. I have fear around it, right? But when we have our eyes wide open and we are fully aware of our surroundings around us, we can be agile and we can pick up all the cues and the clues that are right in front of our face. It's just that we have to take a step back, be grounded, so that we can fully see and feel what's truly in front of us. Right? So that's what I'm going to say about that. But then at the end of that, I'm going to say is 2026 is a prosperous year. It will bring a ton of abundance to everyone in it. Like, if you knew me in 2020, people asked me what I thought, what was going to go happen in 2020, or what was the fallout from 2020, right? And I said, it's going to be a doozy, and it's going to feel like and almost be like the dirty 30s, right? And right now, it's not good. Is it the dirty 30s? No, it's not. But it's starting to feel like that. because there are many people that can't even feed themselves and are barely finding shelter or having a home, right? So now is this upswing. It's going to there's going to be prosperity. And I'm going to tell you globally, everyone is fully watching and people are way more prepared than ever, just so you know. So 2026, I still feel like it is a year that's going to bring tremendous wealth. And not just to the wealthy, if that's what everyone is thinking. It's not.
Yeah, for sure. I had something similar to that. So amongst all the chaos within the upcoming year, as I mentioned previously, it's going to be just one psyop after another. It's going to be like getting slapped on one side of the face and slapped on another, and how we need to stay grounded and we need to take great strides to do personal care. But I got to tell you, another thing came up for me is how they've been everything's about oil. Oh, we need to conquer this nation because they got oil. Oh my God, what are we going to do with our oil? But what's funny about that is I can see new technologies coming in very, very soon, where we're not going to worry about oil anymore. Things are going to be really tidy and efficient, and once everyone has abundant energy, there's not much to fight over anymore. And so we've been brainwashed into thinking we're born into scarcity, and
Yes.
we don't have enough of anything, and we got to fight other people for it. But people are sick of war. I'm going to just say it. People are sick of sacrificing their very young, pretty much still children, 17, 18-year-olds, that are brainwashed into believing that they have to, for their country, for their family, for God,
right.
They have to go and murder all these people. People are sick of it. They're not falling for it anymore. And there was a song that came out back in I think the 60s, called Universal Soldier, that basically said if the soldiers refused to go, there could be no war. But I'm seeing this on a global scale, in every aspect. And I think what's going to come out is these new technologies, and that is going to lead us into the prosperity that Joan's talking about. So I think it's really interesting, Joan. You and I did not discuss any of this ahead of time.
Nothing.
It's very interesting, and so I think,
Well,
yeah, if you can get through the next year or so, maybe a little longer, and stay intact, you're going to be ready for all the new stuff that's coming. And I agree, there's no
absolutely.
reason why we can't have abundant. They're talking now, the rich people are talking about all wanting to move to Greenland. They'll never really be happy because they don't have the components. But I'm just saying, we all think of Canada. How much land mass do we have in Canada that's
Tons.
uninhabited?
Tons.
And if we had like domed cities where they were activated, during the cold winter months, we could be out by the pool enjoying the sun in the middle of winter. We could house millions, maybe even 1 billion people here. Now, I'm not all getting into the immigration issue. That's not what this is about. But I'm just saying we could have a very, very different, very, very different world very, very soon. But it's got to come down. The crap has to be exposed. We need to all wake up, and it needs to come down before it can be rebuilt. And I also
Absolutely.
suspect that there are all kinds of organizations and good people out there who are devising a plan for when this system crashes, so that there is a very short um, leeway time. I'll give you an example. I'm a bit of a prepper, and I was trying to prep, and finally I got to the point where this is crazy. No matter how much, food I save or water I try to save, it's not going to last long, And my guide said you don't need it for very long. It's just in that little interim, where maybe the supermarkets aren't working, or or the Wi-Fi goes down or something, but only be for a few weeks and it'll be back up again. You know, you're okay. And I thought,
Again, it's
oh boy,
about
that
being
should be. Go ahead.
adaptable, like having that adaptability and the
Mm-hmm.
ability to pivot and not freak out. Sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I wanted to
No, that's all I
right?
was gonna
You,
say. And Hillbilly Herb says he's talking about the new canna hybrids. I personally, I think that all medicines can be abused, but I actually totally believe in plant-based medicines. I think they're really, really good thing. I have some seeds, you know,
oh,
um, I don't know what I'll do with them exactly because I'm in a rental and I don't really have the space to grow them indoors and outdoors. I'm not really sure how the neighbors would like that. But anyway,
but
um,
you're allowed to, as
I
long as
don't
you have
know.
two. Yeah,
I
you
should
are.
look it up because the rules and the laws are always changing, you know.
Mhm.
But I know they really, because I'm a medical patient, they really want me to buy from the medical um
Dispensary.
online medical dispensaries, and I won't because their stuff is crap, absolutely crap. I won't get into it. That's a whole podcast in
But yeah, I
itself.
have friends that they plant. So you're allowed 2 plants per person in your household, right? And sometimes it's hard because if you get a male plant, I don't believe they produce the flowers that you need or what I don't know because I am not a cannabis grower, but
Yeah.
I do know that there's something to it and they have it right on their deck in their backyard and there's
Hmm.
nothing to it, right? Like
Hmm.
I don't know if you really want to say that, like publicly announce where you're putting it so that people don't go and steal it. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? But otherwise, like it's honestly, it's just a plant. It's beautiful looking.
Yeah.
So, and
I
it
don't
gets
mind.
so
I
big,
don't mind the smell of the plant either. But yeah, basically the males have the balls. They're really easy to identify because the females
right?
don't have balls. And if
Right?
you get a plant that's got balls, you want to get rid of it real fast because
Yes.
when that releases its, I don't know what you want to call it, sperm,
Uh,
whatever, out into the world,
spores. Spores.
it can go for miles, and everybody who's growing female plants suddenly is going to have a bumper crop of seeded plants, and you don't seed it. So I recommend people use clones from a female, but there's ways of growing it. You can increase the yield by 10%. If 2 plants, I'd have more than enough for a whole year. Um, you can weight down once the plant gets to a certain height, you can weight it down so it tips sideways, and then it'll
Yeah.
send up all these other plants because
Or you
it
snip off the tops.
no, I just bend them down and weight them down, and then all along
Ah,
the stem grows new stems. Each one thinks it's a plant. And you could get like
gotcha.
10 plants out of one plant, and technically you're not breaking them. But anyway, I didn't mean to make it all about cannabis, but I'm just saying
No, it's
there
good.
are lots of, I should probably do well, the last podcast I did about how to make your own home-based medicines, um, had to put a restricted 18 on it because otherwise they would take it down.
Right, right.
But anyway,
But
so
to go out again with that, so I
mhm,
do have again is people out people. Like that is what's going on. Like there is not going to be like the infighting in each governing body, let's say. People
mhm,
are outing people. Like it just is not like people have had it. People are like, I'm done. No more. You are not taking advantage of me. And I see you, right? Like that's it really is the year of I see you and I raise you, right?
mhm,
And
mhm,
so everyone's calling people's bluffs. Everyone is doing what they can to protect humanity because I do feel like the growing collective and humanity is starting to come from this base of love, right? So when
mhm,
I
mhm.
graduate, when I was in high school, that was was it the Gulf War in the 90s? That is
Probably.
like late 80s, 90s. My classmates went to war for that, right? And some of them have their traumas and are still having a hard time living with it today. And everyone's like, can't we just all get along? Why do we need this shit? Why does every
Mm-hmm.
one person just need all of it? They don't. Why can't
Mm-hmm.
everyone just share, right? And so, again, that I was feeling. So, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
yes, but yeah,
So,
like there's so
yeah,
much.
so we got good things coming, but first we kind of got to get through a bit of what's going
Yucky.
on and you know, just be prepared. Seriously, it'll be like for me, I have a saying that says, I would rather watch the show than be part of the show.
Right.
And
You don't want to
so
be human.
yeah, so I watch what's going on in the world with actual kind of amusement that I can't believe, it's almost like, wow, if people like 40 years ago had heard this, it would have blown their mind. We're dealing with this stuff every single day, right? And I'm kind of curious what's going on and stuff,
Even
but
30 years. Like
yeah.
like when I was in high school, this all this stuff that we hear, like we didn't have half of this information. And the internet was just starting to come out, but there wasn't anything really on it because it was the universities that were putting stuff on it. So there wasn't really anything there. And now
Hmm.
with social media and YouTube and everything, it's people again, people are getting called out, and it's like, yeah, I call bullshit on that.
Hmm.
And then people do their own research because that's what we are. Humans are inquisitive beings. And I implore all of you to make sure that you keep that up. We have an intuition for a reason. We have instincts for a reason. Trust yourself. When it
Hmm.
doesn't pass the sniff test, you know there's something fishy going on there. Something doesn't isn't aligned or something isn't in its place,
Hmm.
right? And so there's just so much. But I wanted to say, okay, so just to sum it up for people, because again, right now it's climaxing, right? So it's feeling like, oh my, like, uh, is
Hmm.
to handle 2026 is what I get is be fully present, be here right now, so that you can you can discern what distractions are not worth looking at so
Hmm.
that you can and you will avoid the chaos, right? Be focused, be intent on all that you do. Be adaptive and be willing to be adaptive so that you can be resistant or not resistant, resilient
Hmm.
in yourself, right? It's the boundaries, it's protecting your love of life for you, right? Be resilient, trust you, trust your intuition, and trust your instincts because 2026, they will be correct. Okay. Now, again, if you're putting something off, this is the year. This is the year, energetically wise, for sure, to get you going and bring you forward and charge new life to you. Because now I'm going to do this really quickly because I know we're running out of time soon. But as I was waiting for Karen before we came on, I pulled some cards, right? And I got the Nine of Swords, and it is anxiety. So and it's the nine, so it's ending, right? And it's coming, it's done. And the next one is the King of Pentacles. And what does King of Pentacles? He's got all the money. Everything is starting to come, right? It's there. The next one is the Six of Cups. So there's a lot of feelings, and we want to let go of that because, oh man, has this been hard, right? The last how many years last decade, let's say,
Yeah.
has been tough, right? So then next is the Seven of Cups, which is all our dreams, aspirations. It's all there. You can choose and pick, but remember, use your own intuition because of this, right? And then I like seriously, you can't make this stuff up. And then the next one I got the page of wands, which is enthusiasm. Go to life with enthusiasm, which is the same thing as the fire horse, the year of the fire horse, which is charge through life, go through this year boldly, and just know and trust. And the next one, I've got two more. So the next one, the Seven of Swords, it's like making a break for it. Break away from your old crap, like your old rhetoric that's in your mind and what you feel that is no longer serving you. Because again, when you break away, this is amazing for you. And then the last one is the Knight of Pentacles, which is the prosperity that's coming wherever you go or wherever you're driving through. And if you know the card, he's sitting on a horse with the money out forward and it's ready to go. And it's routinely be within you and know you within yourself and trust, because this is the year to keep going and start. There you go. In a quick nutshell.
Wow. No, that was great. I'm so glad you did that. That and the smudging. I love what you bring to the show, Joan. I really
Well, thank
do.
you.
It really makes a big difference. Otherwise, I get off on tangents and oh my goodness, try to rope myself in. It's sometimes harder than other times, but I really appreciate that. And that gives us a really good forecast, on what to expect, what
Right.
to do,
Yeah.
and let's get at her. Guys, we are not cowards. I gotta say that.
No,
We are not cowards. And I think we're more intelligent maybe than we give ourselves credit. And we've got
we're
an
stronger.
amazing will and we're creative. We can figure out how to do stuff, how to get out of stuff, how to change stuff. We're so creative, at least those of us who are not psychopathic. Unfortunately, the psychopaths have given up certain attributes in order for them to have no empathy or compassion. And they think that makes sense on account of then they can materially get ahead. But the truth of the matter is, they do not have creativity. They don't have sensitivity. They don't have all the stuff that we do. Again, goes back to the cool kids and then the rest of us. And it's time for the rest of us. So they say carpe diem, meaning seize the day. I think what
Yes.
Joan and I are saying is seize the year, guys. You can do this. We can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And besides that, we're not alone. We got each other. Even if it's just on podcasts, we still got each other. I
Yeah.
don't
Picking
feel
up, right?
any, yeah, I don't feel any less supported because you guys are online or because
No.
I haven't met you face to face. I feel just as supported and just as connected as if, and maybe even more so than if if we were neighbors. So I think it works out really well. And what a gift during this time, troubled time of great psyops and really a war against the people. And here we get to come together and have this. And I appreciate everybody out there. I appreciate you, Joan. I appreciate all the people, all the boys and girls that are in our
Yeah.
live chat. And I mean that in a kind way.
I
You know,
appreciate you all too.
we get to hang out, we get to be together, and it's absolutely wonderful. And yeah, so Joan, why don't you tell us what you got cooking? Sorry, I'm not
All
trying
right.
to
No,
you.
no, it's all good. I know we're racing the clock a little bit. So, but what I've got cooking is I've really taken, so at the end of the year, I just kind of had some downtime because again, that flu went through our family.
Oh
And
no.
so, and then the energy was low. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this time to really say goodbye to 2025.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
2025, there were certain things and a lot of upheaval. And, it brought some stuff, but neither here nor there. So I'm working and cooking on some things. I don't want to say it yet. I'll announce it or it will just show up. Because I feel like that's more how it should be instead of just announcing it. So you can find me on my website at www.joanwiden.com or on Instagram at Journey with Joan. And on Facebook, I think it's Clairvoyant Medium Joan Widen on there. I do have a private page. I don't necessarily accept people that I don't really know, but if I know you and you constantly are on the live feeds and we're interacting, I will let you into my world. And again, it's a little bit here and there. And yeah, I'm just in it. I'm in on. Thank you very much, Karen. I really do appreciate you also. And this is why I did not put on our Unseen Nexus background today because I was smudging and I was going to show cards. And so that's why, otherwise it would be the Unseen Nexus. But no, this is a great start to season 2. And thank you everyone for being here with us. And take it away, Karen. Tell us where we can all find you and all the great stuff that you're doing.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you, and don't worry about your background. That's not one for hard and fast rules. I sort of wing it. You do what you can, and that's it. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. I had some wonderful news lately. A friend of mine who I have had on the show before. He read my book, and I know that people in the live chat have been wonderful about reading my book, but a lot of people don't read it. When I'm on a show being interviewed and the person hasn't read my book, they don't really know what to ask me, or what I mean. But anyway, long story short, this is story short, I should say. This is Kevin Estrella. He has an international radio show, and he's going to have me on, and we're going to actually do a recording, and then he's going to put it on his radio show, 2 different episodes, because he was really blown away by my book. He said he couldn't put it down, which is awesome. And I was kind of hoping to get that. I was kind of hoping to get that result. But anyway, so I got that happening, and I'm really glad about that. And of course, I've got the Quantum Guide Show Wednesdays. I've got the Aliens and Angels podcast on Sundays. And in between all of that, I'm guest on a number of different shows. Saturday, it will be UFO Man. I'm not sure if it's a pre-record or a live, but so I'm going to be on his show as well. So I got lots of things happening. I got lots of plans. I got lots of things I want to do. I finally got my house cleaned. Yay! And but now I need to go through cupboards and boxes and things and go, why am I hanging on to all this junk, and simplify for the new year. That's what I got to do. So that's about it that's about it for me. You can all find me at Karen Holton TV on most platforms. And of course, I'm on all the audio platforms just under the heading of the Quantum Guide Show with Karen Holton. So, oh, no, don't worry about it. Okay, Fearlessly says, sorry, she went down a rabbit hole over here. No.
Oh, no,
look, you guys, you don't have to always comment for the screen. The fact that you're visiting and you're getting along and you're sharing information. I mean, this is so awesome. I'm so happy because it's like we've become a community, a caring, sharing community. Oh my God, this is so wonderful. No, I would not find fault in any rabbit holes you guys want to go down in the live chat. You're more than welcome to. So
Karen,
yes,
I have one other thing, because when I got home from driving the kids, again, all these things coming together, and lo and behold, I felt like something was watching me. And I live in a boreal forest. Things are sometimes watching me. Look at what popped up. Can you guys see him?
Oh, it's beautiful. Is that a marmot?
That is a ermine or a
Oh,
stoat, like
ermine.
a weasel in the weasel family. Because I was like,
Mm-hmm.
at first I thought, why did the kids leave a stuffy under one of the cars, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then I realized, oh my goodness, it's that weasel that I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to look for. And he sat there and he stared at me for a little bit, and I was like, where's my phone? I got to take a picture of him. But so the meaning of a stout weasel, again, is be fearless and agile and go for what you want. So see how everything just comes to, like, it all meshes together. I was just like, oh my goodness. Okay, thank you, universe. This is quite amazing. And what are the odds? Because he was on my driveway. And usually when I kind of see him, he's running along any, like, some downed trees. And of
Mm-hmm.
course there's snow. So it's hard to, you kind of see something running, but since he's white, you can't really tell.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and again, white is the symbol of purity, regality, royalty. So know that you guys are all worth being of nobility, and know that you are in like spiritual intuitional beings, goddess or gods and goddesses, right? Just know it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, be agile and be willing to know and be fearless to what you want and take it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, and believe you're worth it. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
I just want to, before we close, I just want to tell everybody that I have been working on my health for years and years and making some progress. And about maybe 2 months ago at the most, I just got this thing came into my head and I just said it, and I said that I give myself permission to heal. And I just started feeling good about saying it every day. I give myself permission to heal. I give myself permission to heal. And then I notice, and this is how it works for me, I get what I call those just noticeable differences. It's not always huge and profound, it's little baby steps, right? And I started
mm-hmm.
realizing that not only was my health improving, but my mental health was improving, my spiritual health was improving. And I also noticed that the patterns, what I would consider my negative patterns, they were starting to soften and break apart. And so then I realized, because I didn't say I give my body permission to heal, I said I give myself
Yes,
permission to heal. So words are so powerful. So anyway, that's my new thing, and it's
they
not
are
too
spells.
profound, and but it's really really helping. So yeah.
Here's another one you can add in a different is I am now open to absorbing whatever energy. So I'm going to absorb either youthfulness or healing, or not even healing because you have your healing one, but all those, like, or happiness, right? I am absorbing all the happiness that surrounds me.
Mm-hmm.
So then it
Mm-hmm.
fully embodies you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like Hillbilly Herb said, I give myself permission to be happy. Well, I don't know. I guess I've already done that because I'm really happy most of the time. Sometimes I'm not, but I'm getting happier and happier, and I really like it. So
Mm,
I'm walking around the house singing silly songs, doing silly dances because it just feels so good. And now we are having a little bit of a warm spell here, so I've been out going for little walks and stuff again. And
right?
yeah, so it's all going really well. So I guess that's about it. Joan, do you have any last minute things you want to
That's it.
share with our audience before we close out today?
Really, that's it. I like, honestly, it's been so nice and good that yeah, just happy new year everyone, and welcome to 2026. This is your year. Be in alignment with you, right? And
Mm-hmm.
be your best self always and in
Yep.
every way. Yes.
And I agree. It's awesome. So Joan and I are sending out much love to everybody. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We hope you have a wonderful week and take good care of yourselves. You're totally worth it. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.